Welcome to the Flo Factory. We back at it with a South Florida legend, St. Thomas Aquinas, Gator legend, my guy Jordan Scarlett. We about to get into some Gator shit this evening, man. What the vibes like, my guy?
Yeah, feeling good, man. I'm happy to be here, man.
Thanks for pulling up. We've been trying to make this happen for a little minute now. We've been running into some scheduling issues, but we all figured it out.
Right.
Whole crew on deck. Andrea is sitting with us.
Hey.
You guys have some relationships, prior relationships to outside of football as well, so chemistry's gonna be dope. We got Mark Richards in the background. He's gonna be coming in midway through the show to fill in for Trey. But we about to do a whole, conversation and catch up with my guy Jordan Scarlett. First of all, congratulations on the wedding, marriage. How's that life for you, my guy?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good to feel like a real family, man. And, I started getting closer to God and stuff like that. So definitely feeling good that I'm, moving in the right direction in the Lord's way.
That's what's up, man. So how was the wedding? Give us some, I know y'all went, you did like a wedding.
It was a destination wedding.
Okay.
Yeah. We turned up, man. It was in Dominican Republic. All my closest friends. I know some of my other dogs that I play football with. I love y'all, but it was just real. It was close.
Intimate.
Yeah, real close. You feel me? I think max we had about like close to 60 people, maybe like 55, 56, something like that. So yeah, it was a good time though, man. We was in DR with it. Everybody had their own rooms. We meeting out at the pools and hitting the beach. All inclusive resort. So eating and drinking every second. We was having a time, man.
First time in DR?
Second, me and my girl actually went there just on a vacation to, I think it's called the Finest Hotel. And then we loved it, fell in love with it. And then was like, man, we got to come back. And it's a resort that has the finest and the excellence. We ended up having it over on the other side because one's in the all adult side, the other is more for like kids too. So
okay.
Had a little water park there. The kids was loving it, man, having a good time. It was a fun experience though, for sure. I recommend anybody who ain't trying to pay shit, 130 grand, 100, whatever. All right, and weddings get expensive, especially in Florida,
100%.
South Florida in particular.
100%.
You looking at about 60 grand down just to get your foot in the door. That's not talking no flowers, Come on.
About it.
So
60 bands for
right.
a wedding?
So think about it when your girl asking about that marriage. Just a lot that come with more than just a ring.
You feel me? Bro, 60 bands for a wedding. Listen, brother, listen. She got to, listen. we just got to go to the
get
church,
yourself in
bro.
trouble, cuz.
You do the church too, you feel me?
I
You
gotta
get
go
it
to the
tied,
church,
but
brother. 60, we might
Take
gotta.
it to the courthouse?
yeah, we took it to the
we gotta
courthouse
go to the
because we was
courthouse,
getting
bro.
We
60?
gotta go to the courthouse anyway.
Bro, come on, man.
Nah, Jordan and Sarita actually did y'all did y'all's pictures at the courthouse
Yeah, we
on
did the
the
courthouse.
day
Yeah.
that you proposed, right? It was
Yeah.
They
That was dope.
and the pictures are so cute. Like,
what's up.
like,
I want to hear about
so
the man. How y'all went out with a bang and Don Rep? You know how you have the men go do their thing and the bride.
Oh, nah,
That's
we
a
ain't go
bold-
out like that. It was just
bold
it was a group thing because she had her bridesmaids and stuff out there, so we all just went to the little club downtown together as just a whole group,
That's
kind of
what's up.
sticking together because that shit do get a little dangerous
Yeah,
out there now,
100%.
boys. So we weren't comfortable with the girls having their girls' time out by themselves, and they definitely weren't letting us go out by ourselves.
Not in DR, baby.
Right? Yeah.
Not
So
in DR.
ended up being a good vibe, man. We was in that bitch lit, so
Sarita said you done had your whole life in South Florida, no bachelor party.
no bad. Yeah, fact.
Yeah. You from DR Junior. damn near.
What? For real? Yeah.
I know too. After like the wedding, you realize how fast it went by. Like,
Facts.
bro, it goes by so fast. You think about all the money you spent in that little bit of time, dog. You be like, bro, I was just here like a few minutes.
Oh,
Bro, I
God.
spent thousands of dollars on this,
Whoa.
man.
60
Every
for
time a party went by, I was just like, damn, nigga, the white party done. I'm
Yeah.
like, we let it go that much. That shit was fast, lasted an hour and a half, 2 hours. But it was a good time though, man. We was loving it. All the family was there. My family from, like, you feel me, and her family that's from other parts of the world all came down, and it was a good time. Kids was having fun and all that.
Nah, that's love, man. I watch you boys go from high school as 10th graders, 9th graders, go through a recruiting process and get to see y'all like maturation process. To me, like it's dope, man. Like different classes, but it'd be fascinating to watch y'all grow up, man. Let's take it back to the recruiting days though, man, and or just football period. What was your initiation or introduction to football?
I was the youngest one. All my cousins, I got an older brother and like 2 other cousins. We all lived together. All them boys played football for real. So really, it was just like I was the one just waiting, kind of. You feel me? Till I was old enough to play. I obviously played like Pee Wee, and I just kind of fell in love with it because they was always pushing it, you know what I'm saying? I used to be a little kid, honestly. They used to like want to force me to like watch football highlights, but I'm like 7, 8. Like, I don't want to watch no football highlights. I want to watch Cartoon Network, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah.
I used to just want to do my thing, and they used to be so mad, like, come on, man, we're going to get the cones. Let's go in the back, man. I'm going to teach you your hoes, like, da. So I definitely thank them boys because they kind of pushed me, you know, at an early age and kind of made me fall in love with the game, and I definitely don't regret it at all.
Whose
So I think-
highlights did they make you watch?
They used to make me watch all the running backs like LaDainian Thomason, Eddie George. They used to make me watch a lot of dudes. Even just like, safeties. Like, I forgot, damn, what's that dude that was hitting hard as hell?
Sean Taylor?
No, not Sean Taylor. Yeah. I know about Sean Taylor, but I'm talking about old school. I got a real
Rodney
older
Lott?
cousin. Oh, he played for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot his
Raiders.
name.
So you was unsure what position you want to play, or
Uh,
were they all like, all right, you know?
I think I always wanted to play something on the offensive side of the ball. I definitely always played running back majority of my time, but I played both ways up until high school. Like I played safety, linebacker, DA, and everything, just wherever, honestly. But once I got to high school, I kind of geared towards just focusing on running back full time. I ain't like playing no defense. I went to like a private school, university school, and like not to say we was loaded, but we kind of got loaded like as the years went on, so it wasn't needed for much dudes to play both sides of the ball, kind of deal. Like. I think Bruce and who else? Yeah, I think just only about Bruce was the only, and Boyce. Bruce and Boyce was the only people that played both sides of the ball, like at university school for real.
What was the process of getting you to the university school? You just tearing up the Pop Warner leagues and little leagues, and then you got people's attention? Like, what was that process like?
Really, my quarterback from Little League, his name is Tyler Triplett. He's like an agent now, and like they was scouting him. I guess his dad was a coach at Calvary or whatever. Calvary, I think it is, like Coconut Creek. That school, and I guess that he knew the youth school coach, so basically they were trying to recruit the quarterback. So they came out that game to recruit the quarterback, and they basically saw me balling, and then it came up to me after the game and was just like, you know, let me get your information. I might get a little trouble for this, but it happened already. Fuck it.
Yeah, he's saying like private schools don't recruit, man. That's a myth. They do recruit.
Yeah,
man.
they do. They
Not
go-
even just private schools. Every
Every
school.
school
Everybody
now.
recruits.
It's South
like,
Florida. You
Right.
should.
You gotta go get
You
'em.
have to if you want a powerhouse institution.
Right?
Facts.
You have
Yeah.
to.
So yeah, they was deep out there. They were like 10 deep, all of their little uniforms and stuff. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. As a little kid, just watching like a high school team come. Obviously, it wasn't for me initially, but like once I had a good game and stuff like that, like it ended up working out in my favor. And he didn't even end up coming there. It's crazy as hell.
Now, was you school the only school approaching you to attend the high school, or the other private schools?
The hardest was U School, yeah. I kind of
Okay.
had a little talk from American Heritage, but it wasn't like as serious as, it was more of like a family friend who was already going out there and he wanted me to come. But it wasn't no coaches really getting at me. So university school is really like my only school as far as private school goes.
And how do you end up at St. Thomas?
Really, Coach Harris, man, I fell in love with him, man. Like he was like a real father figure to me, and like I kind of took all of us as players under his wing. So he had a better opportunity. Like it was our junior year, he had a better opportunity from FAU to like be a coach there, running back coach, because obviously all his success at the high school level. And I get it, you're a family of like 6 kids, so he made a business decision as far as like, you know, feel me, making that move. And all of us was just, we didn't feel the same, because like it was university school was a predominantly Jewish school. So like we was literally the only black kids in there. Not to say it's a problem, but they not paying $22,000 a year for their kids to be around Ray and JJ that's from the block.
That's
You
facts.
feel me? It's just a
Beat
fact.
side.
Yeah,
Facts,
they don't want that. So it was a lot of hate and animosity towards that as like more black people came in, but then they got adjusted and it became a way better school and more diverse school. But
How was
I
that
felt like-
adjustment though?
it was a little tough for me at first. I was real like conservative to myself because like obviously my mom was like aware of the situation I was going into, so she kind of warned me. So I was real laid back for the most part, but like it was definitely just like a culture shock as far as just like the amount of people and feeling outnumbered. But like after year, the teachers started making you feel more like comfortable, and the students made you feel more comfortable because obviously we started winning, and you feel me, bringing more praise and like notoriety to the school. So I felt real family. I would say I'm more closer to my youth school students and like just family, teacher, whatever, to St. Thomas, because I felt like the bond got closer. It was more of a family at youth school than St. Thomas.
Do you ever get to a point where, like, you know how sometimes, I know I could be in those environments where people try to make you feel comfortable, where it's like sometimes it feels like unnatural,
Yeah, for sure.
Did you ever get to that moment like, like why y'all forcing me to feel comfortable? It should be like a natural transition of,
I
like
kind of did a little bit, but I'm one to like keep it quiet. So like I wouldn't really bring it up in any sort of a way like that. I'll just roll with the punches and kind of go with the flow to like ease the situation. Like even if some situations did come up where something seemed a little off or like a little racist, like we'll just let it roll. Cause like the reality is you wasn't raised like that. Like you trying to break that mold right now. So I gotta really give you a pass if you really trying to be my friend and like actually be nice to me. So I kind of get it.
yeah, it just made me think when you say your mom had that conversation with you. A lot of times our parents have to have that conversation when they're putting us in those environments, and it's a lot of times it's an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
So how did you receive that talk from your mom?
Really, I was just like, I always listened to my mom. Like, she was a single mom type thing, so I really had a lot of trust and like, obviously, she was my only source of everything. So whatever she said, I kind of always took in and kind of took serious because she wouldn't talk often. So when she did kind of tell me something, I took it in for what it was. But it was definitely a good like thing for her to sit down and talk to me because I felt like I had some other friends who probably didn't have that talk with their parents and like they acted a certain way or did certain things that they shouldn't have and they learned the hard way. So I guess it worked out in my favor.
Awareness is like a blessing, like to
Wow.
walk into a situation and be aware of what you about to walk into. You have that red flag already of what the situation. Like I just think back as a kid, sometimes I walked into some situations that I just wasn't prepared for. And you can act out, from our culture, like get angry fast, and it becomes a thing. You walking into that environment with dreadlocks,
Exactly, yeah.
you're sticking out like a sore thumb a little bit in that environment. What was like the transition? Because you going to St. Thomas Aquinas and they used to that. Like they're not foreign to, African Americans coming there to play ball. It's a different type of environment there. So what was it like at St. Thomas Aquinas?
It was definitely a different type of vibe. There was obviously, like you said, used to the program and used to the football being like the real fame of the school. So they welcomed us in with open arms. But I guess because university school was so small, it felt like just more family-like. But St. Thomas was so big, it was just like a wide fan base. So it kind of didn't feel as personal. Like it felt like, okay, I was here balling with this shit, but y'all done had James White come through here. Y'all done had all these other greats, you feel me, come through here. So really, we just the next stepping stone for real. It's not like versus youth school. It's like it's only a few select dudes that done really been here and really made a name for themselves. So I would say for the most part, St. Thomas was just like it kind of felt like how they say in Texas, all the high schools would be like big. I felt like that's the type of vibe it gave off, like real movie type high school, like uniforms, Catholic school. Everybody supposed to be nice, but everybody ain't nice. It's crazy as shit. That's the type vibe St. Thomas was giving off, man. But I loved it. I wouldn't take it back for anything, man. Once everybody kind of dispersed from the team, some of us went to Heritage, some of us went to St. Thomas. And really what stopped me from not going to Heritage was that, like, I don't know how it's worked, but basically you can't get like a full scholarship there. You have to work for partially your scholarship. So whether that be your parents working in the cafeteria, cleaning up after school, anything.
Hell no.
Thank you. You got me fucked up. Yeah.
I
didn't know that.
Yeah, come
You want me
on.
to do what?
Or you do community service, what they call it, and you'll be in the summertime planting garden shit.
I
Basically
was just about to say,
keeping
bro,
up the
so-
landscape of the school
Damn.
property. So like I'm like, y'all not
That
about
sounds
to
nuts.
I'm like, y'all boy not about to get me like that. I'll go somewhere where it's free. Like not, you feel me? And St. Thomas wasn't even free. The only way you can get free was if you played a dual sport, like you did track and wrestling or like football and track, whatever. So I did football and track, so I had like a big like discount on my shit. So I was like, I'll take that, bitch, versus me
my
going.
mom ain't busting down no suds.
Come on, I ain't about to have the whole
That's
school
crazy.
laughing at my mama serving y'all boys food. Hell no.
Crazy.
A little portion.
Or my cousin, anybody, like, hell no. And I'm not finna be out there in the summertime keeping up y'all landscape. I'm supposed to drive to school like, oh, I did that plant. Look at that. What the fuck?
Taking pride in it.
Right.
Look
It was
at
not.
Scarlett with the green thumb and whatnot.
Right. But yeah, some of them boys went over there, man, and they
my
did their
God.
thing. I don't know how they did it, but they managed to make it work. And like, we ended up ironically playing them boys like the first game of the season. I think it was like the season opener or something like that. We ended up beating them boys bad. It was
Crazy.
What? It was a mess. All they had was Torrance Gibson, and our defense was so good. That boy was not himself.
I
that
remember the game. It was on TV.
Yeah.
That
It
game
was on
TV.
ESPN. It was like at the
sure.
Dolphin Stadium.
Yep.
It was lit. Yeah.
Did you feel bad for him? Like when y'all beating people's ass that bad, do you feel bad? Like damn, we loaded. Like
no, you compete.
Hell no.
no, I'm gonna say they kind of recruiting
Right.
all the talent though. Like
For
if
sure.
you got all,
I
the
would say
talent.
I kind of felt bad more at U school than St. Thomas, because St. Thomas was, I guess maybe I already got used to it, but at U school we was playing like so much other kids. I was in the lower division, like they was really not like up to talent with us. You feel me? Like it was literally games that I had like 4 carries, 4 touchdowns. Like what the fuck is going on here? Get me out. Like we out this bitch. Let's sit down. Whatever.
I feel like
Man.
Florida high school football though, like they don't show no mercy. Like you know how
Never.
in the
Yeah, they
NFL,
don't, yeah.
they be like, oh,
We gonna
don't
run it
try
up.
that coach like that. Don't run up this court. No.
Shit.
Like,
70
they don't
fucking.
care.
Yeah,
we
we've
going
been on the
63 on the
receiving end
team.
of some ass whooping, so I know like
Yeah, they
that's-
trying to run that bitch up 70 points,
Man,
all type of
listen,
shit.
like I was playing my junior year. We were a brand new high school, Royal Palm. Like we only been open 2 years, right? We don't even have seniors. Like that's how
Damn.
we got none of that. So Anquan, like they up 56, like zip in like the third quarter, and then coach is begging Anquan to get off the field. Anquan Bolton, he wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
He's
He
like,
probably
nah, we
killing
got
shit out there.
He trying to go to 100 on these boys. I'm like, bro, get this man out of here. Like, I'm a competitor, but I'm just like, all right, bro, take
let's get
a
to the
play off.
point now.
cuz.
Yeah,
Like,
come on, man.
You know,
But that's a different kind of Chip too, because he from the muck. So
Oh yeah. Now,
I
Anquan is one of the
really-
most competitive people I've ever
yeah.
met, bro. Like he's one of them guys. What was your introduction to Sam Bruce? How did you guys meet?
Really, I met him like at Coach Sly. Coach Sly used to be a dude. He's still doing this thing
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
Premier Athletes. He used to basically do one-on-ones every Saturday, Sunday, and like on the early mornings. So I met him out there just like watching him, you feel me, do people up and shit. He used to be a running back for real with me, because we used to like run routes out the backfield, whoop. But then obviously he transitioned more to receiver and started doing his thing. But yeah, I met him at Sly. And shit, from there, he was always a dog, bro. He was always that little dude that, you feel me, had a big chest and always walked around with pride, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
What? Yeah, that's little bro, man.
When did you know you were good at football? Like when did that moment hit where you just knew you're better than everybody else?
I would say it had to come maybe like my last year, Little League. I had lost my grandfather that year, and like he's always coming to all my games, and like we was losing a PPO, I think, or something like that. We was getting like blowed the fuck out for real, and like my cousin came down, he saw like I was just giving up, like I said, fuck it or whatever, and then he came to the sideline, like got in my face, and nigga screaming out my face. And I'm like a little kid, like I'm hearing what he's saying, but like, bitch, a little kid, nigga screaming at you. Eventually, I'm finna break down. He tell me like, nigga, like, you do it for your grandpa, nigga. Like, all these people out here for you, nigga. You the best nigga on the team. Like, you gotta do something, nigga. Don't be tucking your tail. Like, just screaming at my face, and I'm crying, like, on some crazy shit, like, for real. On some little kid shit. I'll never forget it, bro. And, like, I love that nigga for that, bro, because he turned me up to a beast, like, for real. So I got back in the game, nigga, I'm running crazy, like, no exaggeration, because I'm running like a wild man, bitch. I'm so tired, but my adrenaline's still pumping. I'm just, bitch, my legs shaking. I'm just still mad at what he was telling me about. And like after I got on the sideline, he like, man, you see, I want you to run like that from now on. Like, don't ever like let up. Keep that same type of energy whenever you play ball. Like, cause once you run like that, it's never gonna stop, man. So I think that was my turning point, and for me internally feeling like, damn, if I really like turn up, I can be this guy. Like, so that's what it was kind of early for me, but I feel like he kind of got it out of me. Maybe I wouldn't have got it out so early if it wasn't for him.
And what age was that, you said?
I would say maybe 13, 14. It was
13,
like,
14?
Yeah.
Okay. So what he say when you got that first offer?
Oh,
what was your first offer?
UCLA, I'll never forget it.
Damn,
We
that's a big first offer.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
UCLA was my first offer, man. I used to go to Coach Harris' office all the time in between class. I be trying to skip class and shit. I think I'm slick. So I go there, he like, hey man, you got your mail, like take your mail and go to class. And he just said it like just so like casually. I was like, cause you know how the mail be. Sometimes it just be them writing little graphics, whatever, sending you whatever. Man, one of the things was like a handwritten letter, like we officially offer you a scholarship. It's me and I forgot what the girl name that was with me. It was a girl and I think Boyce was with me, who was just all on the turf field. I was like, bro, it's an offer, bro. Like I threw that bitch up in the air. I was happy as shit. Like what? But after that, man, them shits just started coming in by the boatload, because that's just how kind of high school went. Once one person like break the ice, like offering you, everybody kind of jump on the bandwagon. So UCLA was the first offer, man. That shit was a great feeling, man, for sure.
So you said early in in your youth, your peoples make you watch different game films and tapes and whatnot. Who was the athlete you modeled your game after?
I don't know. I wouldn't. Like I said, they used to force me, but like I really wasn't like. I wasn't into it more than anything. Like, but I did follow a couple guys. Like I used to like Chris Johnson game. I used to like obviously Adrian Peterson. If you ain't love AP as a running back, like you
My
crazy.
top 5.
Yeah.
My
Like
top
especially
5.
like that's my
100%.
generation of like watching
Yeah.
football. You feel what I'm saying? Like AP was a beast for me.
He had them talks with his kids too.
Yeah, that's crazy. But he probably did a little more than that. Yeah. But yeah, I would say maybe Eddie George was another one that I started watching like the real earlier days when I really started watching football. Like he was toting that bitch hella. So real aggressive runners kind of. That's why I used to always kind of watch as people was toting the ball hard.
What was your first Big 3 offer? Who out of the Big 3 in Florida, Florida State, Miami, Gators, who offered you first?
It was Miami first. Yeah, it was.
You know,
Florida ain't come till like the back end, and like not to say that they offered me. I think it was second. I think Florida State offered me last, but like Florida ain't really start pushing to get me until they got a new coaching staff. They had fired Muschamp and Coach McElwain came on, and him and T-Rod came out. That's when T-Rod was still on the staff, like recruiting for Florida, even though he left to South Carolina that following year. But he came down. If anybody know T-Rod, that boy, he gonna get him. Yeah, he gonna get him. So I fell for the T-Rod, man.
You say you fell for it?
Yeah,
I got you.
T-Rod reeled me in. I ain't even know DB, but he just so real, bro. He spit it real and he spit it how it is, and like you kind of can relate to him and versus all these other coaches.
He was so young then too.
That's why I said he got that swag to him. So you
Yeah.
feel like, bitch, I want to play for somebody like that. You feel me? So
What was the speech? What did he say?
nothing just too crazy, but he just always called me on the phone. That boy called me, block number. What's going on, champ? You good? Everything straight? All right, man. Like, you feel me? And he just separating himself from all the other coaches who will shoot you a little DM. Hey, how's it going? Whatever, woody woo. None of them really like. I feel like, I guess him breaking the rules kind of made me feel like you eager to get me, in a sense. You feel me? Versus the other ones is playing by the rules and like.
All the best
it's just
recruiters.
the best recruiters finna go. I'm finna
breaking
talk
the
to you. I
rules.
want to build that relationship. Because
Sure.
if we leaving it just to he say, she say, it ain't working like that. Because
Who was your childhood favorite though out of the Big 3?
growing up, I was just saying I was a Miami fan just because I was down here. My whole family was down here. I'm saying my brother loved Florida State. He do, but
He's a smart guy.
everybody else UM fans in my family. But I think I just went to Florida just to kind of ixnay all that out. It was nobody ever like a Florida fan kind of.
You gotta upgrade the family sometimes, though, baby.
Right,
You gotta
right.
upgrade the family, you know, like it's the flagship program for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's a flagship. You know I gotta talk my shit.
what was that process like deciding? Well, looks like between you was committed to UM or favorite, then you go to
We'll
UM.
go to the commit to UM because you committed to Miami at the Nike opening, which was fairly new at the time. You ran like a 4.49 40. You on fire that weekend, bro. Like I'm tuned in the summertime. Like I'm a recruiting fanatic, so I'm into all that shit. I'm watching it, and then you throw up the U commit. All right, they got a good one, man. Miami known for getting them type of backs out of South Florida. So what was that whole process like for you?
Really, me and Bruce, man, we just had that conversation going to the opening on just like, hey, man, if we really just want to commit to Miami, we've been had it in our minds that we wanted to stay home, we wanted to do it for the city, and we did it, man. At the time, we felt like we did it. When we both committed, I think he ended up committing the next day or the same day, something like that. It was very close in time that he committed as well as I did. So that was kind of the game plan behind it. And if anybody know me, him was like brothers. So like whatever we did, like we went in on it. So we did that commitment, then a whole gears of switches started happening after that one, man. Coach Harry getting fired, Coach Harry going to FAU. I ended up committing to FAU for a little bit. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah, I
or
remember
not.
that.
Yeah.
That was atrocity, man.
Yeah, right.
No, we in the recruiting world, we do not take that serious. We
Right.
was like,
It did. I already knew it, but that was my dog. You feel me? He was like a real father to me, man. So like he basically needed some help and
You can't follow your dad at FAU though.
Well, yeah, it wasn't
Not even
working.
your real dad.
No. Like, I love you, but only person that can do that is Dion, son.
For real though, they did that. But yeah, was with FAU for a little bit. Then I had decommitted from there, I think, and it ended up working out in their favor. They got like a really good recruiting class. A lot of people came off it, and one of my main decisions in the picking Florida over Miami was just like they had a lot of sanctions on them at the time. like bowl game. They weren't able to play in bowl games for like 3 or 4 years, and really the coaching change was just so uncertain. I knew at Florida the coach just got this, so I at least got, you feel me? I don't know how long it lasts, but I'm gonna at least get 2 out you, 3, whatever.
Yeah.
So that was my playing factor into it, and like, what's the name was on the fence? So Al Golden, he was really on the hot seat, like as far as winning and all the crap he just went through with the sanctions getting suspended. I was like,
Pull up on you with the suit?
Yeah, Al Golden pulled up on me. That boy was on me hard. He was so mad when I decommitted. He was him and Hurley Brown. Hurley Brown was recruiting me too. Them boys was feeling it.
What did they say after you committed? Like, would they text you, call you?
Yeah. They called me and you feel me, congratulated me. That was ready for me to come out. They used to always invite me, just to come out, see the campus and stuff. I went a couple times, but like I said, I'm building a relationship with somebody I feel like is not about to be there. It's all over the internet that you're not about to be there. Like, I'll be a fool to not believe that you're not about to be fired right now. But yeah.
What was your official visit like to the University of Florida when you went on that?
I had a great time, man. My Brandon Powell, BP was my
Shout out to
host.
BP, Broward, little Broward
County,
County
it was lit, man. He took me to the little bars. We went to a couple bars. I hung out, man. Oh Lord, I hung out. I had a good time though, man.
Midtown, downtown?
Yeah, we went Midtown. We went to like, I don't know what it's called, what they call it now, but it's like where Shucks used to be at. It was like a little bar like in the cut or whatever, across from like Cantina. We went in there.
Man, I'm forgetting the name of that bar.
Yeah, they call it something else now, but.
Everything's something else now.
Yeah, but that used to be the little spot. We went there and we went to like downtown, I think the second day, but BP, we hung out, man. We had a good time. This might be a little crazy, little whatever story. I might get in trouble for this one, but it's a funny story, dog. I just got to spit it for what it is. I am messy, but shit. I wasn't just disclaimer, I was not with my girl prior to this.
You gotta put that out there.
Me and my girl got together after my freshman year. So
man just got married.
Right. I'm still in high school. I haven't even met my wife yet.
Right.
So let's just make that clear.
Pray for you anyway, bro.
Right, yeah. So basically, BP put me on one of these little girls or whatever, sent her back to the hotel room. I got in the hotel room, whoop, you know how I go. So she said, okay, let me go like hop in the shower. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm waiting on the bed, I'm ready. All I heard is, I'm like, oh shit. I wait, you know me, I ain't finna go in that bitch. I'm thinking, you better get right and get back out here. I'm in high school, you feel me?
Okay.
What am I gonna do for you? Right, so I sit on the chair, I'm just laying down still, just trying to mind my business. A couple minutes go by, I ain't hear no movement in that hole. I go at that bitch cause she's out in the tub, my nigga, out. And she ended up apologizing to me. I called BP, I'm like, cuz, bro, the whole knocked out, bro, like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
She passed out in the tub?
Listen, the girl ended up being off of Xanax. She used to take Xanax bars. You ain't beating that.
No.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. You're not staying up off no Xan bar, whatever you call it.
Opiate's gonna win.
Thank you. So she took a Xanny,
Gonna win every
and
time.
you feel me? And the girl was gone. I'm like, yo, come get her, bro. Get me out of here. I don't know which one it is. But however it go, we got to get this situated. So,
Come clean it.
but she ended up waking up though, like a couple hours later. She's like, I'm so sorry. Like I took the water and I didn't know that I was supposed to be. I'm like, it's all right. Like I ain't tripping. You all right? You feel me? Ain't no harm been done. We Gucci. You do your thing.
You get right though? Or
Nah, I didn't get
you
right.
ain't
She was supposed
wildin'?
to go shower you feel me?
I said like the next day you
wild.
ain't. You was good? Okay.
I've seen enough.
Nah, the Xans was turning me off. Yeah, the Xans was turning me off
Was
big
you real
time.
slum or not? I ain't know.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
But he did sign the papers after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Now, you had Sam Bruce on a visit, right? Didn't you take Sam Bruce on an official visit?
Yeah, me and Brucey hung out. I was trying to steal him, man. I
Man,
tried
I
to
was
show
on
him.
Twitter every week trying to steal Sam Bruce, man.
I
You
got
mean?
him right. When
got
I
him
say I
right?
got him right, I got him right. Okay? We had
great hoes, bro.
Right, we hung out, okay?
Yeah.
I would say he stamped the book that more people ain't stamped, okay? Let me just say that at the swamp, he stamped the book and like more people
We
can't
literally
stamp.
thought he was flipping. Like the words on the streets, like, man, Bruce had a great
I
time.
thought
Expect
I
to flip.
had him. I did, but he can't. He a homebody, man. That boy love the crib
one of
now.
them ones.
Yeah, he one of them guys, and I got to salute to him.
Yeah,
He
like
stayed
Duke
with it.
Johnsons, like those guys like that,
What?
Tracy Howard, like some of the guys just Miami, South
What?
Florida guys that just gonna go to Miami, and Bruce is definitely one of them guys.
What
Yeah.
gave you the inclination you had him? What made you go back and like, yeah, I got him? He's in.
Just because I know he hung out, man. We was hanging. He was hanging all weekend.
That smile, he got a big smile. That shit was glowing.
Bruce
He
had,
was glowing.
Bruce had
after that
options,
shit.
man. Bruce could have got any girl he wanted to that weekend, and he sure enough did. He hung out.
Showed him the buffet.
he hung out. You feel me? We hung out
up?
real good. But yeah, it's always a movie, man. Gainesville.
Like, what do you do? What you do in your free time?
That's the problem, is that it's really nothing to do. So really, you do so much crazy shit because there's nothing to do in a sense. You feel me? That was
Call
like
it Gaines Vegas, bro.
yeah,
Vegas.
like for real. It was, yeah. A lot of people died at my apartment complex. I
Wait,
don't
what?
get it. That shit was crazy. People was just jumping out of windows. Motherfuckers getting shot on Valentine's Day because they it was going. My neighbor actually shot through my garage because she killed her boyfriend on Valentine's Day.
Good gosh.
Swear to God, shot that boy through the pillow. I ain't hear shit. I'm in there asleep.
Through the pillow?
That's what the investigator told me. He said the pillow has a bullet hole in his shirt.
What's
He
his
put the
name?
pillow on that
James
boy and
Bond?
boom, shot
That's
that boy
wild.
through the pillow in his
James
sleep.
Bond is crazy.
I said, boy, I'm glad that shit ain't come through my wall because it went through the garage, but it was like a 3-story like type apartment. I'm all the way at the top floor. I guess they was on a second level, so I guess she shot down on that boy, so that boy went at like an
Oh
angle.
man, they gave you the logistics and all, huh?
Because he had to come in my garage to pick the bullet up. I ain't even know the bullet was in there. I went out to class, came home, did my thing. I ain't know nothing.
Yeah.
All I see is police come outside, and hella police, and they inside their house, and they knock on my door basically saying, we need to get in your garage and see if the bullet went through, and sure enough did. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
How was your class relationship with the locals? Deontay Thompson came on last episode, and he said it was pretty intense with the locals.
Yeah, I was about to say, we ain't never get along. It was a few that, you feel me?
You was there in the Tate Bang era too.
It was cool, yeah, a little bit. But it was a few that was cool with us as far as like club dudes, like or whatever that case may be. But as far as just the other dudes, man, it went from fighting in the club to them boys pulling up to like our dorm room trying to
Tate
fight
Bang
us.
era.
Like, yeah.
That's wild.
Bro, why do you think that is? Because I can't figure that part out.
They just hating, bro. You know, them boys don't got nothing else to do with that city, bro. So it's just like we there taking our college girls plus they regular street girls who coming in the club. Like, them boys getting mad. They just hating. Like, we getting sections for free. Them boys like, bitch, we live here. We can't even get nothing. Like, so, you know, all it takes is just a female to get in the middle of something. Niggas want to fight about anything.
So you talk when I envision this, I see the trucks, like guys on the back of the trucks, like they pulling up like that. Like
nah, they pulled
movie?
up like that. You know, that sedans and all. It ain't matter. Them boys
And they
popping
don't
out
know. They not
deep.
playing
Yeah,
either.
they trying to fade.
So they like that.
Yeah, and they'll try to catch a nigga walking by himself because obviously we on campus. Niggas will go walk to whatever, go anywhere. Like,
Y'all boys out running.
yeah,
like,
them
hey.
boy had to get up out of there before they got jumped for real. It got really bad at one point. That's why I end up like obviously the story already on the internet, but like KT pulled out a fire on them boys. Crazy shit. That boy came out a big AK. All them boy got to running straight back to their car.
Bama boys
He
came
didn't
out
shoot
with
shit. Them
sticks,
Bama
boy.
boys weren't playing though. We
Not
had
at
some
all.
Bama boys on our team and some
Deontay
Georgia
Lewis,
boys.
P. Ryan.
Yeah.
Them boys was deep. Them boys was deep. And they was with the shenanigans, man.
Yeah.
When you pull up to Florida and your very first time, it's freedom for you for the first time. You're a young adult. You know, you got, you know, somewhat one of the biggest recruits coming on campus. What was that like for you, that freedom, everything as a freshman?
It was a lot to take in at first, man. Just really kind of having that freedom and having your own space for real. But we kind of stayed. I ended up going up there with one of my high school brothers, Richard Desir Jones, and like we was roommates. And it was like a 4-way like dorm. So it was like we split a bathroom, 2 in one room, 2 in the other room. So it was me, Jordan Cronkite, Richard Desir Jones, and this nigga TJ McCoy. So it was like 2 running backs, 2 old linemen. Like we had a good bond and we did everything together for real for like our first couple of
I feel like TJ McCoy just graduated like last year or something.
Yeah, a couple years ago. Yeah. Not too far.
Man.
He was a beast though for his size. He was
was.
small, but that boy moving shit. He was one of the big parts to why I bought LSU game. He was moving shit. That whole old line was moving shit, but he was going crazy that game.
What was your most memorable moment as a Gator?
Oh, my most memorable moment was probably that, like taking that LSU victory. I think it was 2016, I want to say, or 2016. We won that one. It was like a goal line stop. And boys defense ended up stopping the boys on the goal line. Yeah, but like that whole game, like leading up to how the SEC be, they compare the best like players on the field. So it was obviously me versus Fournette, and they had Darius Geis, and we had P. Ryan. So it was like just a battle of the running backs. So it's just like a SEC type like slug out. You feel me?
This is a good like, and we gotta take a break after this. But this is a good like question because I always wondered because that time the LSU game you're talking about, they tried to cancel it. Well, we canceled it for the hurricane.
Yeah.
And people were saying Florida was trying to get out of the game because we may lose. What was that like? You with McElwain? Hey, bro, like chill out, bro.
You weren't ducking that.
Yeah. We weren't ducking anything. Y'all found out we weren't ducking that game.
Nah, that's a fact.
When we pulled up with that stick.
Okay.
But yeah, what was that like on you guys' end? Were we ducking that game? What was McElwain talking? Like, what was the entire energy and environment like?
I think we was definitely mad the way people was talking on the internet as far as saying like we was ducking them and stuff. So we kind of used that anger to, kind of go into the game when we played them boys next season. But I wouldn't say we was necessarily ducking. I don't know what was going on upstairs, but as far as players know, we always ready to play that LSU game. We always ready to play really everybody. So we always on that, man, in my opinion.
What Voshon like after he get that goal line stand? Because he brought the hit stick, man.
That boy cleaned him. That's why I say I feel like the energy just from the beginning of that game was crazy because them boys was about to fight at warm-up. So them boys already came back in the locker room talking crazy. Yeah, he ain't even making it to warm-up, man. Yeah. Them boys already about to fight, man. So everybody was already amped up and teed up. So, man, everybody was on one. Voshon getting the hit stick, that's getting everybody big mo. Us, me and P. Ryan running hard through them boys, that's giving them boys big mo. So we ended up making a lot of big plays that game. And
Before I get up out of here, I want to ask, how was Shark Week for you?
Shark Week? I feel like it was, I ain't really like looking at all that
Shark
kind
Week?
of stuff. Like, you talking about like the ESPN stuff, like what they do?
No, he's talking about when Coach McElwain, the picture popped up with him.
Oh,
like,
unless
it wasn't him. It was like the Papa Jones.
That wasn't him.
No, it wasn't him. Yeah, that shit was
Papa
funny
John's.
though.
That was-
I thought you was talking about like the
It was one of the
ESPN
CEOs
thing.
of another company that was posing with
Yeah,
like
I
hunting
saw the
shark.
picture though. I know what you're talking about. He like laying like naked with a fucking shark or some shit. It definitely looked just like his ass. That shit blowed up on the screen a couple times and he used to joke about it and shit. But we ain't never really dived too deep into that. Coach Matt was really like a saving to where like he didn't like distractions. You feel me? Like he don't want nothing. He like shit to be how it is and how it's supposed to be. We gonna look the same, dress the same, and we gonna play as a unit. And I ain't with all that extra bullshit, which I kind of liked. I respected it. It was like old fashioned coaching type shit. So.
That's what's up, man. Let's take a little quick break. Swap out Mark Richards for Trey. We back at it.
We win it. Factory. Flo Factory.
We back at it. Mark Richards joins the show. What's up with you? Good, bro?
Shoot, I'm chilling, bro.
All right, man. We finna hang out a little bit, man. Before we get move a little bit forward to your NFL days, I do got some more Gator, stuff I want to get into. So you get on campus and it's the infamous credit card scandal. Some players end up getting suspended. What was that like for you? Dealing with that personally.
That was a crazy experience, man. I want to say I'll take it back, but I probably won't because I feel like it taught me a lesson and that I need to really take this shit serious and not take it for granted kind of did. Because sitting out that entire year following the whole scandal and stuff, it really made me reflect on how much I love football and having it stripped away from me really made me realize that I need to start, not stop making bad decisions that'll jeopardize that. But yeah, it was a crazy one, man. A bunch of dudes just getting involved or just trying to get some quick money, thinking it's easy, you're gonna get off the hook, but it ain't never that easy.
So if NIL was around, do you think any of that takes place?
Oh, definitely not. I think we would have all been just, good. I mean, for the most part, people live in shit. You know how college do that. They're the brokest people in the world. As far as regular students and athletes back in the day, y'all don't got that much money. Y'all eat out, y'all do all type of shit, and your money end up being gone. So I think NIL would have definitely been a different situation. And obviously, players can get involved with agents and stuff now. You can really be open with agents and receiving money. So I think it would never have played a part like that.
When you look back, looking at NIL now, do you think, what do you think of the state of NIL? Do you feel like it's kind of getting out of hand? Now that players can now receive the salaries from the schools now instead of just boosters.
Right. I think it's definitely gonna mess with just high school football in general, like the passion and what people's intentions are for the game. But I also feel like for the next level, it'll be beneficial for them because I feel like it'll wean out all the dudes who really don't love football. If you're trying to do it for money and maybe you get a good amount of money, you become complacent and you don't necessarily got that same dog and drive that you was to make it to the league, to make those six-figure incomes. So let's just basically give these boys the money. Let's see how they act. Will you act out? Will you behave yourself? Will you blow your money and whatever, etc.? Like, how would you do it? And I kind of feel like it's practice too, in a sense of like if you give kids a good amount of money at this age, if they do mess it up, they can reflect and be like, okay, if my next check, like, I did that now, you know, and I made that mistake, so I'm not gonna go down that same road again. Versus some people get that big lump sum of money in the league and then run through that same mistake, and then now you really don't got a second chance at it.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I do think also in a way it'll keep kids in school longer. Like I think they'll,
For sure.
I think they'll be willing to stay
More
those 4 years
graduate.
and
Yeah, they'll wanna graduate for
rather
sure.
than just trying to get to the league
3
after
and
3 years
leave,
get that
yeah.
fast money. So
I mean, you just seen it with Ricky Pearsall this past year. Like he could have jumped last year, and some people thought I was one of those ones thought he should.
Right.
I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking like, what are you gonna come back and be another 4th, 5th rounder? Like you might as well jump. But like the salary of a 4th, 5th rounder, he was already making that in college. So it's like, I can make this money 1 more year in college and get my degree and possibly raise my NFL stock. Like it's a different world when you include NFL. And he comes back and then goes first round, right? He bet on himself, came back. It wasn't even a bet.
Right.
It's like safer than a bet, right?
Right. Cause you just adding to the resume more and more.
Right.
I want to get into some stadium talk, man. I hear the rumors, the myths. Ben Hill Griffin, that's what we call it, right?
yeah.
Swamp, man.
The swamp? The swamp, right?
You gotta get the technical government name for it, bro. We gotta scream out our government like that.
2
Swamp.
questions. Is it as loud as people say, and what was your favorite home game experience?
I would say it definitely is the loudest stadium in the SEC. You can go argue with your mama about that one.
Might be the country. Might be the
Right,
country.
it might be in
Like,
the country.
top-
You know SEC got the best football, so it's automatically in the country, guys. So
Right?
yeah.
Not much.
We got our ACC ones that'll be up there hanging, but for the most part, SEC be running the show for a while. But yeah, I would feel like my favorite game too, it would be Tennessee, man. I feel like that just energy, man, of us possibly about to lose the game. And I think it was like a streak that we was on of beating them for a consecutive amount of games in a row. So like that was on the line and boys playing their hardest to beat us. And like we came through with the victory after facing so much adversity, man. I felt like that was the most lit time. Like,
I'm in that game too.
boy, Callaway
game.
catching that bitch, and
Well,
it was
he
just
ran
so
right
quiet
towards
at
me,
first. He
cuz.
caught that bitch, and like everybody was still
That shit
quiet.
rough.
Once he turned that corner and got past the first blocker, I hit that block.
Down to BP, come
Yeah,
out that
BP
block.
came
That
out with
was
that
BP,
block.
that block.
Man, please, that stadium went crazy. Everybody was
Gainesville.
going.
That's one of my-
period went crazy.
Yeah,
Bro,
all
I
that
went
whole
crazy.
Like
What?
even the next weekend.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Ole Miss was the next week, so it was like lit back to back, bro. But check this out. So we're in the game, bro. That was a very frustrating game, bro. So you had Treon Harris and Will Grier battling for the quarterback at that time, right? Will Grier struggling, the offense is struggling. We still trying to get over the Muschamp, no offense thing. McElwain trying to figure it out. So the offense ain't clicking, man. And the entire game, Tennessee's like winning.
Yeah.
But we just hanging around. And I remember being in Lower East, shout out to my guy Dustin, man, a big fan of the show. We just happened to be in the same section. We kicking it, and everybody, we got Tennessee fans right behind us, chirping.
You know they're gonna be talking.
Chirping. Like, I couldn't say shit the whole game.
Yeah.
I brought my cousin with me. This is his first time in the swamp. He get frustrated. He a big Gator fan. He lead the stadium.
Oh no.
Like, man, I can't, like, they need to put Treon in.
I'm sorry, dog.
He's like,
I'm
they
sorry.
need to put Treon in, man. This boy don't know what he's doing, man. He lead the stadium. So I was like, man, he tripping. I'm gonna see him
Must test
vibe
his
out.
game.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna vibe out. Bro, he hits Callaway on that combat route. BP hit that crackback block and he spring him. Bro, the stadium went stupid. I felt like I was running the damn play,
Well, I'm
bro.
telling you,
Like,
just the
I
vibration
swear.
and the energy
Yeah.
in the stadium
Yeah,
was
bro.
like unheard of, bro. It was too real. So I think, man, that was definitely one of the best moments for me. And like, obviously, the whole night, everybody turned up. It was Tennessee fans out at the club. How lit that shit was. That's how crazy it got. Like,
Nah, them boys had to see me in that section after that, though.
oh, I bet y'all was talking.
They had
that
to see
shit.
me after that. Boy, I got real ignorant in that section, bro. I ran them up out of there. The next week we go Ole Miss and we go crazy. We blow out Ole Miss was like top
Ole
3
Miss
in the
is ranked
country.
top 5. Yeah.
So we beat Ole Miss. We on fire. Will Grier's trying to find kind of finding himself, and then the Will Grier substance, whatever it may be, whatever steroid he may have taken, he gets.
Austin.
What was that like?
I feel like I know people, I ain't see it coming. I can't lie, because Will stayed in one of them houses where he's like them big houses on campus. So it was like right behind my dorm. So I used to always go to his crib, hang out with them boys. And like, I never suspected it. And I was always at their house for real, just hanging out. So when they parked in the news part, everybody was like, damn. I mean, obviously he was a little swole now. He did get, so we work out every day. Like, what you expect? You feel me? Everybody supposed to look somewhat swole. If you taking the workout curriculum seriously, as a college football player.
You was swole, so you probably like,
exactly. You should be somewhat looking swole, you feel me?
For both of us.
But it definitely ain't started making sense. I think Mizzou game, that boy jumped over a nigga. I was like, that guy. I said, hold on. I said, okay.
That did happen.
Yeah, that boy scarred that boy and took out. I was like, okay, that boy making plays. Like, after the whole allegations came out, I was like, well, that boy did scar dude. I ain't never seen that boy do that. So that's my dog, though. Shout out to Willie G, man.
Yeah.
He went to West Virginia and killed it, still found his way to the promised land, man, and he doing his thing now. So I'm proud of that boy for real.
So I want to talk a little bit more schematics. So in 2015, you guys went 10-4. I think the following year, y'all was 9-4, and then like a down year. What kept the Florida Gators from getting to like the SEC championship and competing for national championships? Was it the class? Was it like the offensive style, defensive style, coaches? Like,
I would say it was just the offensive style more than anything, because we did get to the SEC championship my first 2 years playing there. We played Bama both times, and it was murder scene.
Yeah.
But it was just the offense, like them boys putting up 30, 40 points. We can't sustain the drive. We getting to the 50 and punting, or we getting to the 40 and trying to kick a field goal. Like, we could never really offensively click as like an offensive
Only thing with clicking was Callaway.
Yeah, he returning punt returns. Like, he trying to bring the big mo back to us, and like we couldn't keep that flame up.
That boy was
you
a
feel
beast,
me?
man.
And I feel like offensively, as far as schematic wise, that first year, I feel like it was real simple. We had Alabama tendencies, but not necessarily Alabama players.
Did you guys run like a pro style?
Yeah, we ran pro style offense.
We were hiring all Bama's.
Yeah, we literally was Alabama, I swear to God. Like,
we didn't have Bama talent.
We're going to run our formation, we're going to run stretch, we're going to run power, and that's all we're going to do.
Even now,
play action pass.
Even now, we got a Bama, and Billy Napier is Bama.
We trying to do that against a team that does that, and we not even that yet as far as personnel-wise. We got to transfer from Indiana State, who's starting left tackle. You don't belong here right now against Ashawn Robinson. You just don't. Like, you got straight NFL D linemen on that D line, and it's no joke. All them boys can play and go start anywhere, and they definitely did. So we weren't really like physically ready for them boys, and I'll say we was trying to out physical them instead of trying to beat them off of good plays. You feel me? Using our number system, like, why the hell we gonna run to a side where so many niggas when we already ain't blocking that good? That don't make no sense. Like, let's play the numbers game. Football about numbers, man. Let's outnumber them boys and get stuff going. Like, I feel like our coaches were so stuck in the mindset of playing smash mouth football. We don't care. We're gonna line up and we're gonna run stretch. We're gonna run power. Like, that don't work all the time. Them boys on scholarship too. You feel me? Like, my coach used to always say that, and it's true. He'd be like, man, some play you're not gonna win every play. Them boys on scholarship too. You got to try to, you feel me, be ahead of them before the play and make action with your feet as well.
No doubt.
How frustrating is that as a player to see, like, you guys have, like, the skill positions, have the guys on the outsides, right, that can make plays, Tanner Callaway, and it's just like you guys can't get over the hump, and it's like the coaching won't adjust to what can actually work. It's like the pride they won't let it, they just stuck in that old-fashioned, this is their way or they're going to lose again. How frustrating is that?
It was very frustrating, man. Just like, going week in and week out and practicing certain stuff. Like, obviously in practice, when you're drawing it up, it's going to look pretty. It's going to look right. You're going against a scout team that's like, come on. Not to say that they trash, but like, they're literally taught to not make a play. Like, it got to the point where some coaches get mad when the defensive niggas making plays. Like, what you getting mad for? Like, this is how it's going to happen in the game. Y'all so pissed that on camera it don't look like what you trying to draw the play like, but that's what practice is for. You feel me? We got to see how we can adjust from that. And I feel like a lot of times they never try to really adjust from that. They kind of get mad at the player for making a play or whatever the case may be. Or like literally the card will be like, you go this way, you go that way, and go that way, and keep going that way. Like, we about to run screen. They'll say rush. Why the fuck you gonna tell them boys rest? Let them sniff out the screen. If they sniff out the screen, we gotta improvise. You telling us to let us get the screen off in the game? What you think? Them boys finna just let us get the screen off? Them boys don't even know how to fake it now. Feel me? The old linemen not selling it. We not selling it good because they just running. Like I feel like them boys used to always try to critique the scout team, and I feel like that kind of hurt us a little bit as far as just like being prepared for just the offensive way the offensive flow of the game will go.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what separates the great coaches from like average coaches. I feel like a great coach, they build their system around their players, around the talent they have. But I feel like a lot of coaches tend to just grab players and put them in their system. That makes sense what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I feel like that's where like a lot of
that's definitely what separates them.
Yeah, like some coaches.
I never thought Alabama would do that.
No, like some coaches
they adjusted. They brought it. They had Tua, and they went to spraying it out. They went to throwing it around.
Bro,
I never thought so either. Yeah. But it really worked out in their favor because they were still that smash mouth team that can line up and run the ball whenever they wanted to. But now they done implemented a whole nother game with a pass RPO. They started killing Mo and taking the top off the defense. So I feel like that's what really separated them and made them go on that nice run for so long.
Was there ever a locker room split between Treon Harris and Will Grier?
Oh, for sure, them boys. they wasn't like visibly beefing, but you know how I go. If you play in the same position as somebody, like at the end of the day, that boy eating off your plate. And like for Treon, he kind of had his plate kind of taken from him because he was that guy the previous year. You feel me? Then Will came in trying to take it from him. And as a black man, you feel like you being tried. They gonna let the white man play. But the reality was, both of them boys was gaming. Like I hated that it had to be like that because I just wanted through all my years at Florida, I just wanted a quarterback that was just our quarterback. It was never, if he had a bad game, it might be benched this week, like the backup warming up and taking reps with the ones. Nah, it was never like that at Florida. It was always the hot seat at quarterback. So
yeah, you got to deal with that and the Felipe Franks and Kyle Trask situation.
Exactly.
So you dealt with it twice.
Always in the hot seat. Our coaches was always in the hot seat. It was just a mess, man. So
what was OVO Franks like?
Yeah, this is called it.
The thing about him though, I'll say Felipe is a dog. I can give him that. He gonna ball, bro, and he gonna put his heart on the line. So I think that's what really separated him and got him to the league and got him to actually get the opportunity because he would make some bonehead throws sometimes because he was just trusting in himself. Like I feel like it's a lot of ballsy quarterbacks like that. They don't all be successful, but them boys make plays. You feel me? Like I kind of compare him to like obviously I don't think he was as great as Jameis Winston was in college, but Jameis Winston in the pros, just how he like his decision making. He'll have 36 touchdowns, 35 interceptions. Like he like 50-50 balls. There's some quarterbacks who shy away from the 50-50 ball because you feel me? They don't trust their guy and they don't trust their arm, so they'll try to scramble, they'll try to do something else, go somewhere else with the football. But Felipe was big on 50-50 shots, man. If he seen this dude with just an inch of jersey, he throwing that bitch there. I'm gonna live with the result, man. I hope you come through for me. So it helped him and it hurt him, and I feel like he kind of was a dog in that once we got Coach Mullen into the swing of things, Coach Mullen kind of brought the running game out of him a little bit, and like it really opened up his resume for real because he ended up having hella yards on the ground. He was close to being in the Heisman race and stuff. I feel like every quarterback Coach Mullen got his hands on, he was down there in the Heisman race, even when he was at Mississippi State. Emory Jones. Emory got me hot.
I lied about him, though. Yeah. I lied about Emory.
I loved Emory, man, but he used to make me mad.
I knew he lied about somebody.
I lied about Frank, too. I lied about all them boys. Treon. One thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lie about my team, dog. You know what I'm saying? I lied about Jordan, shit. Emmitt Smith was coming back, baby. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. What was it?
That's real though. I love that.
I mean, that's what fans do,
yeah,
bro.
I say, that's how you gotta do it.
We won 4 or 5 games last year. I'm lying again. I don't care.
Well,
I do it again.
I ride with them. Yeah, I fuck with that though.
Yeah.
That's one thing I love about the Gator Nation. Them boys run deep. It be your little haters in and out of interchangeably, but for the most part, like the Gator fans run deep. Yeah, they support and they love. Yeah.
Rain, sleet, or snow, we're gonna be there 4 games. That swamp gonna be
in all kinds of weather, baby.
In all kinds of weather. What was the transition like from? Because like Mark was speaking about that coach that'll adjust to the roster and the personnel. Mullen is that guy. Like when he comes in, he's gonna adjust. He's gonna look at the roster and build an offense kind of around what's on the roster, and that's what he did a little bit. What was that transition like from McElwain to Mullen?
I think it was a little bit different, and it kind of, as far as when Mullen came in, he kind of brought back that old school Florida feeling. Like he kind of brought back the guys, like when he played with Tebow, because obviously he was a quarterback coach when Tebow was out there and they won the national championship. So he kind of brought that energy back to the Gator Nation for real. Versus Mac kind of had us feeling we was just like a abbreviated Alabama, like, which nobody really liked for real. Like, we not trying to be them.
There
We
was
trying to be
rumors, man,
Florida.
that at McElwain's house, I don't mean to cut you off,
Nah,
but
you
there was
good, yeah.
rumors, you know, I'm in deep with all this football stuff. So I had somebody tell me they went to McElwain house and it was like a recruiting situation. It's like, bro, it's full of Bama stuff.
I'm telling you, yeah. That's why I said I felt like we was just like, he was Nick Saban Jr. and we was Bama Jr. That's how he tried to run the program. Like, everything I've ever heard about Nick Saban, that's what we was living like. That's what we was doing. And like, I guess most people wasn't messing with that because like we didn't come to Florida for that. You would have went to Bama. Most people that had an offer from Florida probably had an offer from Bama too. Like 9 times out of 10, not every last person, but majority of them. So I feel like we ain't like that. And once Mullen came with kind of the foundation of the, feel me, how Gators really used to play and all the real greats that came through, it kind of brought us closer on top of his offense being real successful as well. Like, he's a great offensive guru, man. He know what he's doing. So.
Yeah, when he's locked in, he's locked in. When he first got to Florida, he was locked in. That first season with Mullen, we lost to Kentucky, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And there was like some drama in the locker room. I think Darius Lemons ends up getting kicked off the team. We hadn't lost to Kentucky in forever. So what was that like?
Darius Lemons my dog. Let me say that first and foremost. My young nigga crazy. He crazy. He previously, I forgot I don't know what game it was. I think we played like a small school, like Colorado State or something like that. Basically, long story short, he was like the last running back on the depth chart. Everybody else got PT that game. That boy got in like the last couple seconds, like 45 seconds left on the clock. He had that boy like 2 runs.
Yeah.
That nigga came in the locker room. Nigga, Jordan, bro, fuck this shit. Nigga taking all his shit off. Literally, niggas is coming in. Niggas is still getting interviews. This is the game fresh off. That boy say, fuck this shit. I'm not coming back. And like, usually the coach come round us up after the head coach on break. Running back coach will come to us. You feel me? Talk. That boy did that. It's like, coach, I'm gone. Fuck this shit. Y'all tried the fuck out of me. Like, y'all put me in with 2 fucking runs. Like, bitch, we been blowing these niggas out the whole fucking game. Nah, what the fuck I'm here for? I'm gone.
Yeah.
And like, he just left. And like, that was his freshman year. Like, not to say take your time, but you know how it is.
Take your time, though.
When you the freshman and you was the man of your city and you left all them other offers on the table to come be the 4th, 5th string guy, it just hit you a little different. You feel me? Like, rightfully, everybody felt. I felt type of way too my freshman year. Like, I was like, bitch, the fuck, why I'm not playing? Like, you got Kelvin Taylor here. I don't give a fuck who his daddy is. Like, I'm being straight up. I tell that nigga to his face. I tell him that all the time.
Next week.
Yeah, I tell that nigga he can ask about me. You might hate me still, but I tell him how it is.
That's
bro.
what's up. That's what's up.
But yeah, man, I feel like everybody felt like that, but he kind of took it overboard in the sense of like just literally leaving everything there on the table. Like, take your time. Let year 1 go by. If you don't play, just leave. You ain't had to dirty your face with the coaches quitting like on some rage shit like after the game. Like, that's just showing bad sportsmanship. But
AB when he left in the middle of the game.
Oh my
you
God.
feel me?
That's
Like,
shit.
right, at least my dog waited to the end of the game, but he definitely said, fuck the boys.
And the
like,
locker room is crazy.
Yeah,
Because
like-
there's a lot of positivity.
Come on,
So
we
you
just
to be
won. We
that
just blew
mad,
them
like, you
boys
gotta
out.
be
Like,
a little,
what we mad about? Everybody
yeah.
might go to the club, have a good time. That boy said, hell nah, man, I can't do this shit. And I kind of felt where he was coming from because he already was in a tough situation. He had a baby. Like, you straight out of high school, you got a J, you feeling like you got a family to feed. And like, yeah, don't look like you about to feed him right now by the way it's looking on you.
Man,
Feel
wasn't
me?
no NIL. You wasn't about to feed him anyway.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
But he was just thinking for the future because he had another dude in his class, Iverson Clement. He was
in survival mode, bro.
Yeah.
And when you're in survival mode, you just make bad decisions.
That's a fact. Yeah.
You just make bad decisions.
And I think I can say, because I've been in a situation like that by myself, like, it's for you, like, you haven't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you similar. You started
yeah.
Vanderbilt game, right, your freshman year?
Yeah.
So like, for guys that have a lot of pressure coming to high school, you're highly touted, you go to these colleges and you don't really play, and like you said, he got in for 2 plays, like, they do a lot on your mental health, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
for
you
sure.
essentially just crash out, bro, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I wish him all the best though, bro. Yeah.
Nah, for sure, man.
Now, Lemons was gonna be one of the ones too. He just one of them guys that just had to stay patient, but he was like they was on the run. Like, one thing about McElwain's staff, they evaluated running backs well, and he was one of those guys that they evaluated well. He came in with Mullen and all those guys didn't pan out. And this just happens a lot in college football and what we do, man. But Mullen did gain some success, man. One of the things I always wanted to ask any of y'all from that era was, like, we had the Florida State game, And Mullen brings Kodak Black to the sideline at Florida State and dope.
Coach Mullen was on that, man. That's why I say I respect him and I love him a lot, man. He respected his guys who play like dogs, and like he always wanted to reward us in a sense, but he never wanted nobody to like give him no bullshit. And I feel like he kind of set the market on that when he first kind of got there. Cause like when he first got there, he literally, bro, he said team meeting. It was just on a random ass day. Everybody in that team meeting, and mind you now, usually team meeting shit be just normal. We come in the team meeting room, it's coolers going all down the sides of Gatorade and waters and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's unexpected me. We finna sit in here for a while. Somebody got drinks. We sat down, whatever. That was like, oh, so I brought y'all here today. Everybody in here is taking a drug test, and y'all not leaving this room until y'all ready to go pee. So good luck. Y'all get this situated. Everybody looking at each other like, what the fuck? Like, oh God. Like, that was like right after the credit card thing happened. So a couple of us just came back. We like, bitch, I can't get caught. Like, I ain't about to get caught up on this bullshit. Whoop-de-whoop. Like, he had that shit looking legit and all. He had the people who test us, do all type of shit. He had them lined up in the locker room. We'll go in the locker room, bathroom, pee, bring our pee out. They tested right there. Bitch, niggas was scared. Niggas was putting Gatorade in piss. Niggas was doing all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was trying to get on by, but I think it was all a bluff though. He just really just did that just to kind of scare people and get a notice. Nobody really got penalized or in trouble if they was dirty, but that was just him basically trying to see what the lit read, see how everybody was. Set the tone. I'm not bullshitting. Like, I'm here to play and I'm here to win. Like, so let's get this shit together. So I feel like a lot of people respect him after that because it was like a gasp of relief that he kind of let some people off the hook and stuff like that. And it kind of, like I said, brought back that Florida culture to make us feel like we got somebody who in our corner now. We got somebody who pulling for us in a sense, and like he cared about us. So
What was it like playing for J1 Sider, who's at Penn State right now?
he was a dog, man. Unfortunately, that was the year I got suspended, so I only got to spend training camp with him. But the crazy thing is, that dude recruited the hell out of me in high school. He was at Marshall for a while, then he went to West Virginia, and he used to be on me. Obviously, he like from down here and shit, so like he used to always be on me. He was real cool with Coach Harry. Then like I fucked with him, and I'm sad that I really didn't get to finish like a full year with him. But for the time I was with him, man, we used to be lit. And I used to always hang out with his son. That boy cooked some good fried chicken now.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta have that boy fried chicken. That thing hitting. We used to go to his crib, eat, chill. He was a good dude, man.
So Coach Mullen, he recruited me when I was in high school. I got a lot of love and respect for him, but I never knew what led to him to his departure. Because did he resign from Florida or was he fired?
Nah, he was fired.
Yeah.
It was just
He tried to get fired.
Yeah, low key, it was just a trickle down effect from us being suspended. Like, you got your two best offensive weapons at home. Like,
You talking McElwain?
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about Mullen.
oh, Mullen.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Oh.
there for the firing. He was there
Yeah,
for
I
the
wasn't
issue,
there
though.
for the firing, yeah,
Okay.
but basically from what I heard, he basically just, on some trying to
He
get
was
fired.
just trying to
yeah.
get fired, bro. Like, he laid down. Like, he wanted to get. I mean, look at him now. He's on TV.
Yeah.
He's like on vacation. Even like his
It was
last
so stressful
year,
for him.
Yeah, it was stressful. And
Yeah.
I don't think he wanted to deal in his NIL world. That wasn't his space. Recruiting isn't his thing. So like the pandemic year hit as well. He was dealing with that, NIL, everything at one time. Dan Mullen wasn't in the trenches of recruiting what football was about to become as we see it is now. So he kind of bowed out. McElwain was a combination of a lot of things.
Yeah,
man.
it was a lot of bad.
It was a lot of
events.
things, man. From losing Will Grier, I thought that was just pretty, like, that what did him in the grand
the
scheme of it
worst.
all.
Yeah.
Like, if Will Grier hangs around, he probably stays there a little bit longer. Like, he was recruiting well.
Finally found what
Like,
you was looking for.
What's the receiver that ended up going to, like, LSU? I'm forgetting my guy's name right now that plays for the Bengals. Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
He had Jamar Chase. He had Matt Corral that went crazy at Ole Miss. Like, he had some guys, and you still had Kadarius Toney and all those guys on campus. Like, he had a
he was
thing
about to get some
going.
dudes.
It's just, college football is that fragile, bro. And you lose Will Grier and you bring in Appleby and Luke Del Rio, right?
He managed to make it to the chip with them boys. I don't know how he did it.
With Muschamp
That was
defense.
Champ defense.
Yeah, I
That
was
was
gonna say
about
the
to
defense
say.
got them boys done.
Champ, oh my God, that defense, boy, them boys was some dogs.
It was locked
Was it
down.
Hargraves and
Yeah.
Hargraves was there a little bit.
The interior
Neal-
was the
Neal.
nasty part. That nigga Antonio Morrison is one of the craziest niggas I know.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm telling you, that's the only nigga ever. That nigga made my nose hit my face mask. I swear to God.
Damn.
Bitch, I thought I hit that boy. I'm like, why the fuck my nose hurt? I'm walking back to the huddle. He's like, all right, tighten the fuck up, 2-5. I'm like, oh shit, this crazy ass.
Was he the linebacker, number 3?
Yeah, he the
I
one
didn't
that
tell you, he
knocked,
shit.
he knocked E.J. Manuel out
Yeah, he
as
was
a
in.
freshman.
That-
Yeah,
that
and then he
was
got
in.
suspended also for barking at a police dog.
Bro, that nigga is crazy.
What?
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That boy came in the shower butt naked ready to fight a nigga one day. Sneakers on. You managed to put your shoes on, but not your clothes?
Yo.
The nigga said, I was finna get in the shower right after I beat this nigga ass. I ain't putting on no clothes.
Yo.
I'm like, bro, you crazy as shit,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, you
I'll never
wildin'.
fuck with you, brother. You got
Yeah,
it.
so,
You definitely got it.
in the shower
In
and
the
shoes
showers,
is insane.
Nigga, weight room shoes on, butt naked. Like,
Oh,
what the
that's
fuck that
all
nigga Chris
black?
at? Nigga, I don't know. Like a little
Who
black
you
Gator,
about to
blue and
fight?
white
Hey,
shoe.
look at that
Chris
nigga.
Thompson.
Chris
Thompson was running his mouth. We was having practice or whatever. You know, offense and defense always
Yeah.
beef, talk shit. You feel me? We make a play or two. But Chris took it too far and basically, you know, you can't talk too crazy to Tone. Everybody knew that. If you gonna talk crazy to Tone, be ready to fight. And some niggas was ready to fight, but Chris wasn't. That nigga was the first nigga in the locker room after practice. That nigga was gone before Tone got in that bitch. Well, and Tone came in the bathroom like, what the fuck that nigga at? Everybody,
Naked
that
with some
nigga-
shoes
Bruh,
on?
I was like, bro, get on, bro. What are you doing?
You won the fight if you show
Well,
up naked with me. Like, bro, you got it.
Was that the craziest team fight?
We had a couple crazy team fights, but I remember one time it was like I think it was like spring training or whatever. We do like the little 7-on-7s, competitive 7-on-7s, like, you feel me? Fourth quarter, 1 minute left, this, that, 2 timeouts, right? So that bitch getting to the wire. Mind you, now we got on no pads, so D-line involved, it's like a team period. Not 7-on-7, my fault. But like it's a team period. Because really the O-line, D-line started the fight. And you know, D-linemen love to fucking count their sacks. Like if they get there in the midst of him throwing the ball, that was a sack, that was a sack. So it was one of them arguments. And basically one of our linemen got in bruh's face. And what's his name, man? KD, we used to call him, the one with the dreads from Dade County.
Oh, Key County Davis.
Kavanis Davis.
Kavanis Davis, yeah.
He was mad on some funny shit. He might be mad I tell these niggas this, but he raw some white boy. This is the funniest shit. I love niggas. Listen, one thing about me, I'm black. I love my culture, but we be doing it.
We wildin'.
Listen,
Wildin'.
I respect it. Do your thing. You feel me? This how we living. So he stole his white boy AirPods. White boy knew he stole it, but obviously he just sunned them. Like, nigga, I ain't giving you them shits back. And I ain't stop telling niggas I stole your shit, because I ain't steal your shit, nigga.
What?
Right. Stole that cracker headphones, bro. Told that nigga about himself, crack was scared. And then he was mad that white boy was spraying it to everybody that he stole his shit. Right, y'all, you making me look like a man. All right.
Oh, this is so South Florida.
Thank
bro.
you. So
So South Florida,
he
bro.
we get to arguing as an offense,
shit.
defense, or whatever, and KD just set that bitch off. I used to see that nigga come from around the corner and boom, stole off on Nick ass. Nick hit the floor. All the other O-linemen, D-linemen start fighting. Everybody start hashing. I'm like, man, y'all niggas tripping. We out here fighting for nothing. Like, off a nigga who stole a nigga headphones. That's what we fighting about right now. And that was one of the craziest fights.
Hold on, was you there with Jared Willis?
Nah. I heard he was crazy, though.
We
like
gotta
that.
get Jared
I
Willis on
heard
here.
he was
Oh, yeah.
crazy, though. They
Were
said
you
that.
at Miami when G was at Miami?
I'm trying. Listen, G is the only football player I've ever seen in my entire life where it's like El Chapo. You hear me?
That nigga
Like,
stole a
Niz not
gang
saying
conference.
nothing crazy. You talk with a low tone when you talking to G, because you
No
know,
cap,
like he on it. Like he's not playing.
He
From the
with the
coaches, from the coaches down. No exaggeration.
Strength coaches?
Would you
literally-
listen?
Yeah, nah,
Come
I
in,
said,
come here.
from what them boys told me, them boys said he stole the consoles out of our players' lounge. Like, you know, every team got like a players' lounge and shit. That boy, before he left Florida, that boy took them over. Fuck y'all niggas, this is my shit. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's a bad motherfucker. You really rob a school like that straight out. You
I mean, he got into it with. Oh, no, I'm gonna save it for later. We're gonna get him on the show. We'll talk about it at one point, man. But now, Jerry Willis was a legend at Florida, and then Miami, because he went down to Miami.
he
He went
was
there
doing
to
his thing,
y'all
I
with the
heard.
shits after he left Florida, man.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if that was my freshman year. Or if you were there still.
Yeah. He was there. He didn't play like 1 year. He was like off, and then he came back like that second year. We played like Florida State at home, and like he was like.
The
He don't go
Louisiana
like
boy's different, man.
he was good. Like he was like practice, he fire. You know, it's just, you know, he just one of the ones. Like you know,
Yeah, hot head.
Cannon.
Yeah.
cannon.
Yeah, he with the shits a little bit.
Cool dude though.
Yeah, he vibing.
But What was the draft? What is the draft process? Pro day, all that. Talk about that.
Yeah, combine. That was a good time, man. I was out there. I feel like the combine made me really kind of realize this shit is like really all politics and like a business. Like I was out there and I kind of seen it, and like obviously you down there training and warming up with all the other running backs. And I forgot the nigga name. He ended up getting drafted to the Rams. He got dreads.
Todd Gurley?
Darryl Williams.
Nah, Derek Henderson.
Williams.
Yeah, something like that.
Henderson.
Him.
Okay.
He got drafted. So I think he was coming out of Memphis or something like that.
Yep.
Him and Tony Pollard. So we warming up or whatever, and the coach like, man, so you ain't gonna run a 40? He's like, coach, man, you know I'm fast, man. Go watch the tape, nigga. Like, I was like, oh, he did not just tell this fucking NFL coach go watch the tape. Hey, but I get it, you cocky, like, you feel me? And he done did his dollar already on the as far as yardage goes, so he felt like, bitch, I'm not about to go fuck up my draft stock and go run a slow 40. Right. So after I seen shit like that, and like Josh Jacobs was projected to go first round, he ain't run their drill, ain't do their drill like that whole like. I'm like, all right, I guess we going off tape, but can y'all not see the comparison here? You got a nigga running behind a Hall of Fame O-line.
Yeah.
Next nigga probably playing fucking Tulane in Tulsa. Like, I'm just being real with the situation. Like, I feel like they should really let people really do all the drills, and it just is what it is. You can still go off somebody's tape, but like, yeah, that's how I felt like it was kind of all politics, and basically everything was already kind of written. Like, you can kind of run a fast 40 and like boost your draft stock up a little bit like that, but I feel like the combine, they just more want to meet you and get to know you on a personal level. It's not really so much of like really upping your draft stock kind of deal. You can really only lower your shit there.
What was the most strenuous question like a scout might have asked you? What was the most weird question?
Craziest shit, I think it was the Seahawks quarterback coach. He made me do like a staring contest. He literally was like, bro, just look at me and see how long you can hold your eyes open.
Bro, nah, bro.
I was like, what you mean? He's like, for real, like, I just want to see what type of fight you got. Like, basically, if you're going to hold your eye. And I was like, that whole crying, like, eyes still going. You feel me?
Get out,
I'm holding it, right. But I feel what he's saying, basically just showing you, like, basically what type of, like, fight you got just internally for yourself.
Staring
Like,
you in your eyes,
bro, literally, he's like, just look me in my eyes and don't blink for as long as you can. Like, that was, like, the weirdest question I had.
Can you visualize that moment still? Like staring at somebody that long?
Definitely,
Bro?
yes,
Like,
bro.
you know?
And I'm like, this nigga's like, right, like you just watching me cry in front of you right now. Like, what's going on here?
It's weird.
But that was definitely one of the weirdest questions I got at the combine.
How far deep did they go? Because I know, like, when I was working with Senior Bowl, like, some of my clients, like, that I was working with that Senior Bowl, they would come back and they would be like, bro, they just asked me about my 7th grade janitor. Like,
Yeah. They went back to my elementary school teachers, and I feel like social media definitely made stuff a lot worse. Cause like as soon as I was done with Florida and stuff, my teacher was a real big Gator fan. So I went back to the elementary school and kind of took pictures there at the school, whatever, talked to the kids, and like I put that all over social media. And then she ended up contacting me like, oh, Jets talked to me and the Giants talked to me. I'm like, damn, like, I wonder if they would have reached out to you if I didn't put all that online, or like, did they really just dig back that far? But they definitely go back and dive though. They gonna get to know everybody and everything about you.
I think the weirdest thing, I had an interview with the Ravens, and the scout knew the first job my dad had, and then they knew my mom worked at the elementary school, Binks Forward.
That's
And
crazy.
first of all, I didn't even know what my dad's first job was.
Right.
So when he said it, I was like,
What?
you know what I mean?
Yeah, what
like,
do you mean?
He asked me about, like, it was insane, bro. Like, they really do their
Nah,
work.
they do their research
work,
though,
bro.
for sure. They don't play.
They do their work.
I think NIL will help a little bit with that though. I think their process will get a little bit more easier with NIL. It gives them some money. You know what I'm saying?
I think NIL is just more like stuff for them to look at and examine you, like as far as like I think NIL is gonna cut out bust potential as well.
Right.
So I think they're gonna look at like how you react to this money that's not NFL money yet, and that kind of cut out the Jamarcus Russell type vibes.
Right.
What was the Wonderlic like for you? Did you take the Wonderlic test?
Yeah, I took that test. That bit was low key hard. I ain't gonna lie. Shit, me. It was just, yeah. It's basically just like such weird questions, and like you really gotta have an open mind when you answering them questions for real. Like I don't even remember my score because I definitely was just like, yeah, I know I wasn't the highest motherfucker on the talent score. So it was what it was. I just got through it, but I felt like, bitch, if I know what I know in the film room, you can take me in the film room all day. I can tell you X and O's, but as far as that shit, you can have that.
Yeah. So you get drafted in the 5th round. Like, explain the emotions, the feelings that you had when you saw your name get called.
It was great, man. I was with the fam, man. Obviously, like, a lot of people think draft day is just so in high praise, but just leading up to the point of you getting selected is definitely just stressful. Like, you feel me? You're sitting on the couch, everybody there for you, your phone on your lap, like you just waiting on that call, watching niggas getting took off the board, you feel me? And obviously if you got some type of competitiveness to yourself, you feel like you're the best at your position. So watching niggas at your position getting taken off the board, even kickers and shit getting taken off the board, you like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, you feel me? What's going on? You talked to me at the combine like we was finna. You feel me? What's going on? Like, but yeah, Carolina ended up making that call, man, and it was a blessing, man. My whole family was there, was cheering and enjoying and celebrating, and like, he actually ended up telling me on the phone, like, man, I was trying to get you last year. He's like, I was trying to get you on a discount last year. I would have grabbed you as an undrafted free agent because that was the year I was suspended. Callaway had came out off that year. They thought I was gonna come out with Callaway. And like I ended up staying another year. So he was like, man, we've had plans to come get you. So it ended up working out good, man. Carolina was a good time, but
Carolina was such a good time. When Jordan went to Carolina, I was working for the Jaguars. Yeah. And Sarita was pregnant with Chanel. Nobody knew that she was pregnant yet. But like we literally, me and Sarita have pictures like on the field with her little tiny baby bump. Like, yes.
That was the time though, for real. And then coaching. What happened?
No, how do you feel like that you accomplished your dream? You know what I'm saying? So like, do you just anytime to sit back and just reflect on just like youth football, high school, college, you made it. Right. However you want to look at it, you made it.
Definitely, man. I do often reflect on those times. I feel like everybody as a ball player, if you played a lot of time and you put a lot of time into this game, man, it's hard to just wake up one morning and let it go, even if it's taken away from you in whatever way it was taken away from you, whether you're just not able to play no more physically or whatever, you just not wanting no more, whatever the case may be. It's still hard for you just to let it go, as in like you remembering yourself making plays, like, you feeling me, always being that guy. So it's definitely hard, but I would say I love it. I wouldn't take it back for the world, man. I love who I am, and I love what kind of image I put on my city as far as football.
I got one question for you, man. Like when we came up with the name Flo Factory, which is on my shirt, the platform, there's a double entendre of course, Florida, FLO, and then like Flow, FLOW, like flow state of mind, right? So when playing football, especially at running back, you got a different view of the field. Is there ever a time where you blank out mentally and like everything slows down for you as a running back? Like seeing holes, I always like your vision, a little bit of your balance and how you play the game. But when you break a big run, like how slow, does the game slow down for you, or what's that like for you, like your perspective?
I feel like it kind of slows down for me, and I kind of realized that when I got with my coach Skip. He was a really good like coach on breaking down film and like just focusing on certain things so the game don't feel so fast. 'Cause I feel like when you kind of transitioning from high school, you just playing out there and like trying to learn how to read everything at the same time can be a lot. So Coach Skip kind of broke it down to where like, listen, just focus on this. Like, you running to the right, I need you to look at them 2 D linemen to that linebacker, see what they doing, and then you figure out the next when the next comes. So that kind of slowed the game down for me and helping me kind of read the holes better and making better decisions as far as just like hitting the hole and stuff. So I appreciate him for that. But yeah, the game was definitely slowed down to me like once I got on the year 2 and like I kind of really started like enjoying team run, because like I don't know if a lot of niggas been in team run, you receiver, so like y'all be over there one-on-one. But team run is like nitty gritty. It's a run play, the whole defense is out there. They got 9 and we got 8. Cause you feel me? They just want to get their DBs some work too. They want the safeties to get some free hits. So like they got some extra dudes and they know it's a run. It's not play action / team run. It's all team run. So like, and we supposed to shine in that drill. It don't matter if they know it's a run or not. It's like basically if you was trying to like milk the clock on the end of a game, like fourth quarter, you know you about to run out this whole drive. That's like that type of attitude. So I fell in love with team run throughout my years, and that kind of slowed the game down for me, and like actually looking forward to going to team run. Like it was like the second or third period going into practice, so you had to get your shit on early. If you ain't warmed up, that shit gonna warm you up, because them boys coming to play. That was the one segment that was always live, like we hit in that drill, but everything else was thud as far as practice went.
That's what's up, man. Tell the people where they can find this hoodie at, dog.
Oh yeah, man. This pressed by Sarita right here, man. My wife does clothing. She does custom game day apparel. If y'all wifeys, brothers, aunties, cousins, whatever, right, just fans and you want to do your own brand, she do everything, man, from hoodies, t-shirts, hats, you name it, she doing it, man. Purses, all the things for the ladies. Most of her clients are ladies, but like she work and do other things. Like a real interesting one I think she's working on trying to do. She may be mad I tell this, but I'm excited for her. She's really connected into Simone Biles. That's one of her really big clients, and like her boyfriend, I think she's looking to get into the Olympics. So she trying to hopefully be able to make a piece for her boyfriend so he can wear to the Olympics for her and stuff like that. Like I think that's gonna be pretty dope.
That's fire.
Because usually it's the other way around. She was making game day gear for him and stuff. I mean for her to like wear to his games and stuff. But like now that you can kind of flip the switch and like kind of get into that field of people supporting their woman, it's like a good deal. Yeah.
Nah, that's fire, man.
Sarita's definitely a hustler. Like watching her build that, like
from the ground up, for real though.
Like,
She literally just to make t-shirts just like on her type shit. Like she'll make game day gear for me. Like she always had a little Scarlett game day jersey, whatever t-shirt, whatever. Like she been doing that, and like she just really turned one of her passions into like profit for real.
yeah.
That's what's up. What's up?
So I want to say one last thing. So what's next for Jordan Scarlett, non-athlete, in the regular world?
In the regular world right now, I recently just applied to a job. It's called ASM. It's like basically American Scouting Management. It's basically like they're predominantly like an international institution. Like most of their clients are like people from London, Sweden, whatever. It's like high school kids over there basically trying to get put into universities in the States.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm getting into that thing. I'm gonna be a recruiting agent for them, and like they really want me to use my name and kind of tap into the South Florida world, and like their investors are like encouraging we need to get in American football, we need to kind of get into the United States football, like get those kind of kids to basically sign up with us. And I feel like it's a good market because you know you got your 5-star guys and your whatever guys, but there's a lot of dudes who get swept under the rug because there's so many good dudes, and I feel like that's what that company comes in for, is like we get those dudes to those Division II, Division III schools or whatever, D1 AA, and like they're able to make it out the mud and make it to the league or whatever they can. And it's all sports, but like they want me to predominantly focus on football. So
No, that's fire.
yeah, I'm interested in doing
It's
that.
international recruiting, getting like foreign kids to like I think
Right.
Florida got like 4 or 5 right now. They
For
be getting
sure.
linemen from like different countries.
Yeah.
I think that's like a dope position to be a recruiter of high school kids, but high school kids, but in a foreign country.
Yeah. So
That's fire.
it's definitely a good opportunity, man, to get back to the youth and like kind of still be in my realm of like football, like I'm still around that.
Passion.
Right, and I'm also looking to coach. I just took the job at Cardinal Newman as a running back coach.
Yes, sir.
561, baby.
There you go.
Hey, shout out. So you might be out there with Matt Elam.
Yeah. I heard he out there. I heard he
Matt
the
out
coach.
there, a whole lot of 561. My son
Yeah.
run track out there with the
Okay.
shot to Coach Coleman. So I'm at Newman, bro, like 3-4 days a week,
Okay,
bro.
I might see you out there because I already told them running backs, all y'all running
You wanna
track.
see my son? Ninth grade, you wanna see my son, man. We definitely pulling up to Newman, man. That's the best stick in Palm Beach County right now.
For sure.
Shout out to Newman. I had another question for you, man. Don't forget. Oh, tailgate, bro. You say you pulling up to the Miami game. You gotta come hang out with us. We throwing the biggest tailgate
I'm
at the
excited.
What's
Florida
up?
Miami
I'm talking
game.
shit
I'm
the whole
excited.
I hate you the whole week. You're getting a text from me every morning.
You talking greasy and orange and blue though. That's crazy to me. You got on like, I feel you. I feel you. But we running down on Miami 831, man. That swamp get loud, like real loud.
You think so?
Yeah, I
Big
think so.
merch.
Y'all cheated at Camping World. We were supposed to win that game, but
What?
Bad.
No, we
It's
was
cool.
tripping. Felipe was
It was
tripping.
supposed to be
That
way-
game,
yeah,
that
supposed to be
game was supposed
blown
to
out.
be ugly.
Yeah.
What? We was tripping, big tripping. How was that game for you, beating Miami? You know, as a Miami,
Yeah.
South Florida
It
guy.
was crazy. Yeah, it was a good feeling though, man. I was proud of them boys being able to go ahead and get that victory, man. I was watching on TV. I wasn't there. I was there after I left.
Yeah,
but, like,
yeah.
It was a good win for me because obviously, you know, I was about to go there and like that's my city. Like had all my cousins and everybody talking shit. Like, we gonna beat y'all ass.
Man, we was tripping. We should have blown that shit out.
Yeah, it definitely should have been way different, man. But I was glad we got the dub.
100%.
What you think? Week 1 or week 0
Score prediction.
this
You got a
year?
score
This
prediction?
year we play in the swamp. Canes, Gators.
Score prediction or how you think it's?
What you think about Montreal too? Give me some Montreal. Running back room is super lit.
I like
He's
that.
nice,
I'm
bro.
pissed that ETN got up out of there, but I respect your
Love it.
decision.
Love it.
He wanted to go
I
ahead
don't
and
respect it, but
he want
you know,
he want to win. I mean, I get it. Them boys ain't winning. You ain't that loyal. Call it what it is.
Yeah.
You don't want to carry your team. You
We
want
was
to be
just talking
carried.
about Louisiana cats, bro. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, you want to be carried. That's fine. Go be carried with the rest of that super team. Don't make your own team. I'm a little jealous. I'm hating, but yeah. He raw though. I like his game, man.
Nice.
But I like Montrell as well. He run tough. I think he gonna definitely do some things this year. Like I feel like he gonna be a little bit more comfortable in the system this year and like kind of get really situated. And I hope they don't do. I hate the running back by committee shit. Like
Nah, they gotta play Kanan Daniels.
I know.
Give you some that freshman.
He nice.
Yeah,
But I just
one
feel
of
like
them
as a
ones.
running back, you need that. Like I need to feel that. I need to
Get
feel
the
the
rhythm.
game out. Yeah, like I feel like running back committee really came popular when Georgia started doing the Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Sony Michel. They realized that was like a powerhouse. Keyshawn Marshall.
But it
Like
keeps you fresh though a little bit too.
it
right?
do keep you fresh, but like I feel like I sit out for 3 drives, bitch. You want me to come in after 35 plays? Like I'm back in now, but I ain't as warm as I was after just, you feel me? You told that thing. So
That's why Cronkite ended up transferring
Nah, he
as
did.
well, bro. Like that monster room. You shared the ball with LaMichael Pirine a
Yeah,
little
once
bit.
Pirine jumped him and he realized Pirine was a year under him, he was like, bitch, this ain't for me. Like, Jordan gonna get his, Pirine gonna get his, and then I think Mark Thompson was about to come in the following year. I think he was with Kronk, actually.
no,
Kronk
it was
ended up
together.
staying, yeah. So he was like, bitch, it's a hot room. Like, fuck that. We don't even, it ain't even enough ball to go around, which I respect, you feel
You gotta
me?
respect it.
Yeah. He ended up doing his
Let's
thing.
get this 8:31 prediction though, and we can get up out of here, man.
Okay. I like Gator boys. I ain't gonna disrespect y'all boys.
Let's do it. That's disrespectful.
No, you can be disrespectful. Because I think we whooping that ass.
35-21.
Yeah, I like that.
That's solid.
Big
I
merch.
don't think they can
All right,
score
we
35
pull off
points.
at the end.
35.
We got a
You
quarterback
average
that's
point
coming
that
back now.
come
The
on.
quarterback coming back. We
Check
missing a
down,
receiver or
shorty.
two, but we
Trey
young.
Wilson about to go
Yeah.
crazy on
We
y'all.
got some boys that got some
I think our
speed
offense
now.
is gonna be. Come on, man.
You know, come
And y'all
across,
secondary
Come
come
too.
across that middle. How, it take one play as a
It's gonna,
receiver.
I think it's gonna be a close game. It could pull away. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game throughout and
gonna be
maybe pull
solid.
away at
And
the
then
end.
It could possibly pull away at the end on either side.
Yeah,
to be
for
honest
sure.
with you, on
Yeah,
either
yeah.
side.
Week 1, week 0.
It's gonna be a battle of coaches, in-game coaching. Mario Cristobal in-game coaching has been terrible, as well as Billy Napier, who can make the least mistakes. Can Cristobal kneel the ball? Like we don't know.
That was a crazy one.
You know what's so crazy? I got a funny feeling we're going to have
Who
him
you
on
at when you saw
last.
that?
I was at the crib just watching that game, and I was like, "Oh my God! If he wasn't who he is, that boy was gonna get fired. Because that is not something you should have did." But you feel me? They all about the coaches with the big nuts nowadays. So I think that's what kind of held his job on, like kind of how Detroit Lions play in a sense, like they going for it on 4th down
Doing
and
what
shit
you do.
like that. Yeah, like big nuts is kind of the mojo now. It's not necessarily playing the numbers and being conservative.
Some
Yeah.
dumb nuts. Like kneel the game over,
Yeah, nah,
bro.
for sure. Game over,
Game
though.
over, bro.
The thing he did it back at Oregon. He did it,
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
That boy was just trying to insert that dominance. That was the
Yeah,
wrong
for sure,
time to
for
do
sure.
so, though.
Goal line drill, you know?
100%.
Bruh,
908, you know what I'm saying? They practice it all week.
Hey, we up out of here, man. Another classic episode. Jordan Scarlett, St. Thomas Aquinas' very own, man. We out of here. It's Flo Factory.
Yes, sir.